Hello everyone, it's Terry, and welcome back to another edition of an Orchid a Day. And I am definitely in the nitty-gritty, whether I want to or not, with my orchids. It is, what is today? Today is October 13th, perhaps, or 14th, and it is, it's about 65 degrees, and I saw a slug on that as I came out, and it must have saw me because as I was turning on the camera to show you, there we go, it's trying to hide from me. So, but I gotcha. I gotcha. Anyway, the temperatures right now are about 68. It rained a lot, pretty much off and on all night. As you can see, things are still very damp. So, the temperatures will be dipping down again into the 40s later on this week, in a couple of days in fact, and so it really is the nitty-gritty. I gotta really get concentrated and motivated on getting these plants, the majority of them, in the greenhouse. I have to, and I have to plan on it. I can't just do it. So today I am really gonna take the steps to make sure that that takes place, because like I said, it's crunch time, and I really have to get all of these viandaceous types warm growing. Gotta clean them out first, and check them for bugs, and of course get them in here. They could probably manage to stay out a few more nights. It's probably not going to be, it's going to be in the 40s, 46, around there. So it won't be freezing, but still, it's going to be wet. And that's going to be the downfall of my collection. If I leave them outside, you can already see some of the effects of the wet and the cooler. So what I'd have to do in here, primarily, besides vacuum, I don't have my floor, of course. Got to clean up that corner way back there with all those dead plants. And I need to put something or secure these areas where, there are missing bricks, and especially this area over here, because this is where the pests were coming through. And I don't, what pests I'm talking about. So, besides, once I get those things done, then I can really start bringing in benches into the spots and really moving plants into their spots. Until I just secure the floor, I can't really do much as far as moving in benches and moving in more plants. Besides hanging plants, I can, but really I want to get my benches in, and also in places, and sort of move these Phalaenopsis around, but I have to do that, and I haven't figured that out, whether or not I'm going to try to put a board over this or something, and I really need to secure that area down further, because that's where the critters get in. But one thing I wanted to point out today is I noticed this trichoglotis here, and this is a division piece that I haven't had too long, but this is Trichoglotis gemata, and I know there's a tag here somewhere, but it's probably buried in the sphagnum, and I believe it's just mounted. Well, it was a bare root piece, and I mounted it on a mount that was a wooden piece that I covered with some sphagnum moss, and then just clipped the plant to it. Now, this is a species, and I didn't do my research to see where it is from, but the reason that I'm pointing this out is I was doing a little bit of watering yesterday, and I noticed that it's getting nubbins along the stem. You see those? The nose? Let me pull it down so I don't have to stand on my toes. But you see those nubbins right there, and then there's some nubbins right there that aren't focusing. And this could be a root. Now, while the others could be a root, they also could be flower spikes, and that's what I am thinking that they are, because you can see that right there. They're coming out in pairs, and that's exactly how trichoglotis do. So that's a nice thing. As I said, this has just been newly mounted on this mount. And so we'll see if it's as floriferous as my other trichoglotis has been, the one that's outside still. There's that little cutie that I took to the show. Ooh. And I'm just looking at this other trichoglotis here that I've had for about a year. It still hasn't bloomed for me. It was a division, but it still has roots that are active. This is a Philippinense, I believe. Yeah, Philippinense variety, brachiata. So yeah, I will be frantically moving things around in here to try to get as much as possible in here before at least Fridays into Saturday, when it's going to be a little bit chilly. So anyway, let me run outside and check on this one thing before I sign off. This will just leave this screen door open as I move some of this stuff in until I get to what I'm looking for, which is right on this corner here. Still lots of nice roots on my well, it's probably Miltonia now. I think it is. If I'm at a chilum. Let me hang this up, and see, this is not stable as well. Let me hang this up here. And again, that's temporary. The plant that I am getting to is this. This is my other trichoglotis, Orchidea. That bloomed really nice. Make sure this goes inside. Hang this up here for now. And I want to check this right here. This is my angraecum. And looks like those spikes are still developing. So I'll probably leave this outside, yeah. See there, you can see the bud right there, kind of forming. And there's another one there. And actually, there's another spike forming right there. So that would be really, really nice. Eventually, I'm gonna have to put this, cover this with moss, or stake it up with some sort of like a tree fern pole or something like that. But yeah, just checking on those spikes here on my Ichlorianum. And moving these Vanda types back in the greenhouse. This one being Shasiri crossed with Hulatiana. I think that's the one that I tore the crown off of. And this is my Mimi Palmer. That I'm just going to put there for now. And these I'll probably just leave out because I need to spray them to get those leaves out of there. Whereas this Premote put in and just hang there. Okay, Mimi. Okay, you don't like that spot. I take it. There you go. All right. Any more? Here's my Comarie. I'll go ahead and put that in here somewhere. There's the tag, and here's this one. That is Ascocentra Ambulacium alba. And that can go in here as well. And for now, I think that's probably it. This Phobophyllum will stay out a little bit and get a chill. And that should encourage it to spike. This is the nice spike color, adorable. And there's my long florum. Okay. And here's this epidendrum. Looks like that spike is gonna give me a bud, which is Chorlope. And one more thing. Let me check out my Dichias. There's my Dornishi here. Here's my Macrophyllum. No, this is my Macrophyllum. That's giving me another growth. My Modesta still out here. There's that spike still on my, 2 spikes there. And there's that bud. And that lip totes. It's going back here. Just growth. But yeah, these are my Barcarias. Alright. But the Vandas types pretty much are all in, I think. But the other thing that I was going to show you real quick, and then I'm out, because this video is long-ish, is I noticed this epidendrum right here, which has just been hanging out here, Viviparum, and yeah, it's really just been hanging out here. But look at that. That is an inflorescence on that growth that I had no idea. So anyway, folks, Say hi, Prince. And bye. Thanks for watching. And enjoy your orchids. Bye.